Um, Gilberto Jesus, we talked a little bit earlier in the weekend during the championship committee meeting with mandatory challenges and everything, and of course the topic of interim champions came up, and with that there's super champions, and it's been a hot button topic for many people in boxing, and of course with the fans. If you want to, could you elaborate a little bit more on the existence of the interim champions, the purpose you feel that it serves, and also if you feel some credence to the fans' opinions that it creates some confusion and it leaves them kind of in a difficult position trying to figure out who's the real champion and some things like that.
You see, I think the world is muted. Before soccer, even baseball right now, they have multiple tournaments and multi-champions. Now there's not only, before the Major League Baseball was the world champion. Now you have a World Cup. You got several tournaments that are going around the whole sports. That they adapt to whatever that's going on around, because sometimes they have sponsors that want to come into the business somehow, and they create this kind of tournaments. I believe the interim title, even though skeptical among the fans sometimes, especially some part of the American media, because they believe this only should be a champion. It is true somehow that this has to happen, but what we're just doing is we give some kind of a hierarchy to the champions. It's like having, not in the same way as the WBC that has like a diamond, a silver, or a bronze. I think they have the whole three concepts. It's something similar to that, because boxing needs popularity at this moment. It is true, Maybe we rely too much in the big networks and we start forgetting what's going on. But the reality is that all these countries feed somehow the big market that's the United States, and boxing has been decreasing in somehow followers, popularity, and giving this opportunity, to promoters, to boxers, even trainers and judges that are involved. I think it's a nice step and a nice approach to increase that goal that we're trying to plan, And obviously, you give an opportunity to guys who might not get it never, especially when you got big stars, You say Klitschko, you say Pacquiao, you say Marquez. Those guys that basically are going to rule the sport, for many years, and are going to deny some kind of opportunity for the rest. And the thing is, if promoters don't take the risk to put ranked contenders between each other and play the safe way to get a mandatory position, or to somehow, even if interim or not, that affect also their activity. So there's a social aspect of this. There's something more than that gives more opportunity. And at bottom line, all the criticism we get is either from the media and from some part of the fans. But when the fans have a champion from their city, they don't criticize that. They just go for the star, or they go for the boxer that they have. It's kind of ironic, But this is kind of a summary I'm trying to tell, and I stick to what I tell you. It gives more opportunities. It helps socially the boxers to increase their chances in boxing, and to at least being looked, at least being followed by his country fellows, or by whoever wants to become his fan. This is something that has been weighed out there, and it might take long, But all the time you introduce something new, you're gonna get criticism, and you might other side get you positive comments about it. But bottom line is, boxers don't protest. Promoters don't protest because they ask for it, and the rest of and some fans from some part they don't protest about it. They're proud to have somebody from there. We have to improve in some aspects. That's true, but we're open to the media. We're open to the people to send positive criticism about it. It's not just sit down there. We have a problem. It's sending me back, because if I don't do this, I feel we're not being fair for the rest of the contenders are in the 15. 15 contenders, the 15th spot we have in the rankings.
Right. Another kind of a hot topic that doesn't necessarily point any fingers in any directions over the sanctioning bodies is the topic that has come up, especially in some of the official seminars, is video replay. What is your, either gentleman here, the thought on the role that video replay could have should it be utilized, or is it a case-by-case scenario? In a case where maybe an official, I know, it's used quite regularly in American NFL football, and there's been cases where people have called for it in baseball, and President Mendoza talked about you showed that video a couple of years now with the baseball play with Galarraza getting robbed of a perfect game. Do you feel there will be a day where that can be important in the sport of boxing, or should it be?
I think it's important. What happens is we need the cooperation of the TV people, we need the cooperation of the promoter, we need the cooperation of the local commission. Because if they don't want to cooperate, it's impossible, because you cannot enforce by rule that I was explaining here. But maybe we can do something. From now, we have to just to do is what we have to do now is continue using the video after the fight, and you can correct the ordering every match, or ordering, something that can help the boxer that result in a controversial decision. But nothing imposed is good. You need to sell the idea, and that's important. Exactly what happened in the interim title. The way to sell the idea is the most important in communicate. What mean this, why, and what are the benefits, so the people understand the reason of something. But in the instant replay, I'll be very happy. The commission and the TV and also the promoter accept that, but I know it's complicated this time. But we will continue insisting. One day we can have that. For the moment, we have to just to analyze the result using the video and helping taking into account the video in order to make our decision and try to order a rematch or something that can help any of the people that feel that the treatment is unfairness sometimes, and that's happening. We see and many things that, but I think the instant right now it's so difficult to implement.
He makes me remember that the time about when we did the open score.
Exactly.
We had help from the network the first time we did it in the United States. It was in Washington. It was Chembra Mitchell, I recall the fight. Reggie Johnson or something. I don't recall it right now, so I apologize if I cannot get the correct data. But we did get support from the commission. We got support from the promoter. We got support from other sanctioning bodies, and we had support from the TV. So everybody was kind of interested in one. We had some skepticism inside the commission, but we had a nice production, meeting before, and I think either open scored or instant replay is more the same thing. But with this problem we have, that we always have this branch of our rules, local jurisdictions, preempt our rules always. It's very difficult because the call isn't somebody locally, and if people in boxing, we are all hard-headed sometimes, and we don't like changes. That's one of the things that happen with boxing, And going back to the instant,
people is afraid with the change.
Everybody, that's a normal reaction with any new system, and. Going back to the instant replay, if I put my hat as a fan and if I pay a ticket to be in ringside, and perhaps I'm enjoying the fight, because when you're enjoying a fight, you don't look at details. You just enjoy two guys that are punching each other, or you're the boxer who's who's basically dominating the puncher, or you like the puncher who comes back and knock you out when he's losing, like a comeback fight. What happens if you don't see that? You take the sense of something went wrong over there, and you will not see the fairness. Maybe when you go back home, you look at the video and say, "Oh, look what happened," but I couldn't see it. You got that opportunity. So I think instant replay, I will go with my father in the same thing. That has to be after the fight.